Hello Captains, this is Metaman. Today we're looking at a battle that I had in the Terrible. But this video is about how to play French destroyers. And they do play kind of similar as in 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tiers 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Before that, the Sirocco and the Gupard, or not Gupard, Jaguar, that's when they start separating themselves from, say, the really early tiers. But this is a tier 8 battle. There is a tier 8 CV. What the difference between the French and, say, other classes you have the Germans, who, to win in the Germans, you're going to want to dominate a cap. You're going to want to use your hydro to be able to push people out of the caps and just dominate that cap and use that long-range gunnery and that great HE pen to be able to accumulate damage and to kill DDs that get up close. In the Americans, you're more of a utility. Mid tiers, you're a little bit more of you have a really good gunboat compared to the other classes or other DDs nations. You have that great smoke and pretty good AA. Here I see a DD. Going to go ahead and give a shot out towards him. I know he's going to turn around. Wouldn't make sense for him to come forward. Figure I felt pretty safe shooting that and not getting too much damage back. And then you have the Europeans, which is going to have good AA and the really fast torps. What the French bring to the table is unmatched speed, unmatched by a lot. And you put that speed booster on and you're going 53.8, 54 something. You're able to get around to caps. You're able to ambush people and set them up to be able to throw all your torps into their side. And if you watch any of my French destroyer play, as in my videos, you would know that's how I do them. And if you haven't, check them out. I delete a lot of battleships by just running up beside them and throwing out my torps. You're going so fast that they're going to get one salvo off on you as long as they're coming towards you. Here I seen a battleship coming up. I know it appeared to be that he only had one assistant with him. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about his guns real quick. You have really good guns. With those 15 seconds that you have that reload booster, you have the highest DPM easy of any of the DDs at that whatever tier you're playing if you're using that reload booster. Here I'm trying to sneak up inside the smoke, hoping that the battleship will straighten out and come my direction. I'm hoping to get to delete him. He's going to turn away, so I'm going to start turning away because I know I'm not going to get that chance. But right here, I'm spotted. It's a DD, half health. And I'm going to go ahead and try to delete him, finish him off. Get a few salvos off on him. Didn't even have to use my reload booster. Okay, so we have one kill. Now I'm going to have to avoid a little bit of shells as I'm leaving. But the French, I really feel, are the ambush predators. What wins games, in my book, is kills. Damage is nice, but what wins games is kills and caps. And so I would love to have big damage games, but I'm more worried about kills because you can damage somebody and them go heal, or even if they're down to 10% health, you can still go heal and your gun's just as good as if you were 100%. Here I see another battleship. I see he does not have anybody that's backing him up. Doesn't look like anybody in front of him. I'm going to charge him. Without him having, if he's coming towards me, he's coming towards me, he's going to get probably one salvo off. And I'll have a chance, even if I die, That's the thing, is that I'm not worried about dying. If I take out 2 ships and my team loses, I feel like I put my team in good position to get the win. And that's all you can do, and you get another ship and you start over. But most of the time it doesn't work out that way. Most of the time it works out like this. I am almost, I'm really low on health, but I got my 2 kills. I'm going to turn around. I would have rather this battleship not been so close to me so he couldn't have seen me. As in, as soon as I throw my torps into that other battleship, I disappear. But your main goal in the French, to me, is live around those gimmicks, as in your speed. Your speed is your biggest weapon. It's not even your guns or your torps, it's your speed. You're able to get around the map so fast. You make, especially if a battleship has slow turrets, you could get to his side before his turrets even get around to you. Okay, we didn't get that kill, but I feel like we participated in it. We see somebody down here in our cap already. I'm heading back that way. But in the French, I feel the goal, all DDs, they're going to play a little differently as in the nations. Like I said, the Americans are really good at utility. You have the smoke, you have the AA. The Germans with the hydro, the Euros with the fast torps and good AA. The Pan-Asian, you have the deep water torps. The IJN, you have the really hard-hitting torps. But I feel they're left behind because in a lot of these battles, you'll see how far people sit back, and then the DDs have to fight in the middle for spotting and for caps. And the Japanese really can't fight with the other DDs too much. They have good alpha on their guns, but they don't have good consistent DPM. With those torpedo runs I like, I'm really looking forward to getting that Paulo Emilio. I'm like 3/4 of the way there, as in I have to finish off researching a couple of my ships. I don't have the free XP to be able to move all the way up to finish off my 2 grinds, so I'm probably looking at like a month. I'll try to get that out as soon as I can. I know I've heard a few different people comment that they'd like to see me do a review on it. I'd love to also. I just got to wait until I can afford to get it. But right here, because it plays into a lot of the style that I play with being so aggressive with racing up to somebody and unloading my torps. Here I was going after one battleship. I was kind of complaining in chat. I wasn't really complaining, but telling the Florida, hey, do you have, or asking the Florida, hey, do you have hydro? And he goes, no. And I was like, well, that was a good turn because those torps were for you. And I think I sunk a Mogami. So I ended up with 3 kills right there. That other battleship turned out of the way. I would have liked to have killed him, but we'll take that other kill. That's the thing, is that when you're throwing stuff out there, you throw those torps out there, you're giving yourself a chance to make something good happen. If you don't ever throw out those extra torps, if you don't ever try to get that little bit of extra fire damage, I'm not a big farmer, but I will try to get a fire here and there before I go behind islands. I don't want to waste a ton of time chasing down a ship. What I feel the French do better than a lot of other nations, it's caps and kills, but the faster you create those kills, the better off you are. Because the faster you create that kill, the faster the rest of your team isn't chasing that ship anymore. The faster you get rid of that ship, the less damage or kills that other ship can create. And I don't know if we think about that enough. I think it's a really big thing to pay attention to. Because the French, they have horrible AA. They have no smoke. You do have to get past their smoke and their bad AA. But you have the best weapon in the game to me. You have you have speed. But after you get past those two, you're going to do probably really well in them if you can get past the smoke and the low AA. But what the French do is they create all these kills, and you'll hear how bad and how hard CVs are to deal with. But how did the French do so well if CVs just dominate the games all the time? French DDs are able to deal with it with using speed, avoiding them. And if there was no CVs, I would think that they'd probably have to nerf French DDs, because they already have good to decent win rates. If you got rid of CVs, they'd win even higher. But you seen me just trying to get a little chip damage there before going around that island because I'm so low on health. We're up on ships. We're up on points, but you're going to see how the tide's going to start turning in a little bit. I'm up here towards the Cap. The guys behind me, for some reason, they're not really wanting to push up. But there's nothing you can do. You only can do what you can do. And that's why it's important, like saying a French, I feel like they have some of the highest carry potential in DDs because of the speed, because of the acute damage that it can do for output, the amount of kills that it can create. That's why when I'm using the French DDs, I'm always pushing. I'm always trying to be aggressive. Say these ships behind me. One of them's coming up with me right now, but I can't remember if he ends up stopping or just slows down, but the more aggressive you can be and still not be YOLOing, the better off you're going to be, especially in French DDs, because you want to do as much as you can to try to put yourself in a carry position, as in creating the most kills, creating the most caps. And the French can create that much damage really fast, and they can create caps usually later in the game, or they create those caps right away with speed capping if a DD did not go in that direction. Just throwing all my torps in that direction. Another great thing with the French, besides the Marceau, which is the tier 10 DD, the Marceau reloads its torps really slow, I believe 142 seconds. I think the majority, say like at tier 8, tier 9, tier 10, I think that they reload at like 77 seconds. So they reload really fast, and they hit pretty hard at 18,400. And you'll have 3 sets of 3, so that's 9. That's not bad at all. Here I was hoping that Florida would come forward. Once again, going to get a little bit of my chip damage trying to fire right before going around the hill. Not give him an opportunity to fire back. I really wish our Baron would have came into Cap and fought with this Florida. I feel like if he would have went towards the Cap or went towards the Florida, it would have really helped us out, because I feel like the Baron's probably a better close-in brawler. And then we could use both our fire powers against him. Here I was asking for a fighter because I'm so close to death. But watch. He's going to try to hit me, but watch. As soon as he's racing towards me, I'm going to hit my brakes. Just like Top Gun, I'm going to hit my brakes and let him go right over the top of me. I'm going to start racing out towards him. He's going to turn around. I'm racing towards him, not going to give him time to be able to set up that shot either. So he only did two runs on me, I believe, this game, but both of them were misses. And I'll hear, well, what was the guy's win rate? Well, what was his this or that? bottom line is he's a CV. He has the same airplanes as everybody else, and you can't always just find a Unicum player that's playing against you and you pull off some moves against him. But the average player, some of them are going to hit you, some of them aren't going to hit you. This one didn't hit me. It wasn't handpicked, it's just the way it worked. I picked this game because of the kills and the gameplay. And it showed how I like to play French DDs, which is really aggressive. Here I had to be a little bit more passive because I'm running low on health. But we're looking at 3 kills already, so it's not like I haven't done my part. Here, trying to get lucky. This is why I don't like throwing torps from so far away. I feel like it's a lot of, if he doesn't turn, does he turn? I like sneaking up behind this island and just unloading 4 or 5, 6 of them into the side of him and just delete him. This Florida player, he did play really well this match. If I had more health, I would have rushed him. And I keep playing right at the edge of my concealment. You can see that our lead is going away. We're not that far ahead on ships anymore. Our guys kind of sat right over here towards the base. This guy right behind me, and then the other one's pretty low health. But they've kind of just sat in this area. I would like to sneak up behind this island and come get him, but I'm sure within that, even that one salvo, he'd kill me. So I do like to play really aggressive, but you don't want to YOLO and just give your ship away either. He's done a really good job of turning his ship, changing speeds, avoiding my torps. He knows what I'm trying to do. He's doing a lot better job than what a lot of people would do. I'm just waiting until he's really close to death, where if he gets a salvo off and then I know he can't return fire for 34 seconds, which I think that's what his reload time is. So now I'm going to go ahead and throw my salvo. He's dead. So that's 4 kills. But with me being such low health, a DD shows up. He's going to end up getting a kill on me. I'm going to stop firing and try to get lucky with a torp set coming out here. But hopefully that gives you an idea of how I like to play. It was a little over 80,000 health or hit points or damage that I gave out for kills. Give you an idea of how I like to play them. Aggressive, go for the kills, get the caps usually either early in the game or really late in the game. But this is meta_man 2002. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. You guys have a great day. Please subscribe if you haven't already.